Have you ever felt completely exhausted? Even on days when you didn't do much at all? You wake up, go through your day, and by the afternoon, you feel like your internal battery is at 0%. It's a frustrating feeling, and you're definitely not alone. The strange part is, it's often not the big, obvious things that leave us so drained. Instead, it's the small, quiet habits we do every day, almost on autopilot, that secretly steal our energy. Today, we're going to gently pull back the curtain on these hidden energy drains. This isn't about blaming ourselves or feeling guilty. It's simply about building awareness. Because once we see these habits for what they are, we can start to make small, gentle shifts that can give us our energy and our focus back. Think of it as a quiet investigation into your daily life. Let's start with one of the biggest, yet most common energy vampires of our modern world. Constant context switching. Imagine you're trying to read an article, a notification pops up on your phone. You check it. It's an email. You start to reply. But then remember a task you forgot to do. You switch to your calendar to add it. Before you know it, you've jumped between 3 or 4 different tasks in just a few minutes. Each time we switch our attention like this, our brain has to stop, reset, and refocus. It's like turning a car on and off again and again. It uses up a surprising amount of mental fuel. Even if the individual tasks are small, the constant shifting is what's so exhausting. We feel like we're being productive, bouncing from one thing to another. But in reality, we're just making our brains work overtime. This constant churn creates a low-level hum of mental fatigue that follows us throughout the day. Another subtle drain is something I call decision fatigue. From the moment we wake up, we're making choices. What to wear, what to eat for breakfast, which email to answer first. Should I listen to a podcast or music on my commute? Each decision, no matter how small, consumes a little bit of our mental energy. By the time we get to the important decisions later in the day, our decision muscle is already tired. This is why, at the end of a long day, choosing what to have for dinner can feel like the hardest question in the world. We've simply run out of the capacity to make another choice. This isn't a personal failing. It's just how our brains are wired. The sheer volume of choices in our modern lives can be overwhelming and, you guessed it, incredibly draining. Now, let's talk about our digital environment, specifically the endless scroll. We've all been there. You pick up your phone to check one quick thing, and suddenly, 45 minutes have passed. You've been scrolling through social media feeds, news articles, or short videos. While it might feel like a passive, relaxing activity, it's actually bombarding our brains with information. Our minds are constantly processing new images, new text, new ideas, and new emotional triggers, all at a rapid pace. This constant stream of stimulation doesn't give our brains any time to rest or consolidate information. It keeps us in a state of low-grade alertness, which is the opposite of restful. So, even though we were just sitting on the couch, we get up feeling strangely foggy and more tired than before. It's like mental junk food. It seems satisfying in a moment, but it leaves us feeling depleted. Another hidden habit is neglecting in-between moments. Think about the times you're waiting in line for coffee, riding the elevator, or sitting at a red light. What's the first thing most of us do? We pull out our phones. We fill every single empty space in our day with more input, more scrolling, more screen. But those little pockets of downtime are actually crucial for our brains. They're opportunities for our minds to wander, to process thoughts, and to simply be still. When we rob ourselves of these micro breaks, we deny our brains the chance to reset. It's like never letting a muscle relax between sets at the gym. Over time, the constant engagement with no moments of quiet leads to a deep sense of mental exhaustion. We're always on, and our energy levels pay the price. So, what can we do about all this? The first step is simply to notice. Without judgment, just observe your own patterns. When you feel your energy dip in the afternoon, gently ask yourself, How many times have I switched tasks in the last hour? How much time have I spent scrolling today? A simple and powerful practice is to intentionally create moments of nothing. When you're waiting in line, instead of reaching for your phone, just look around. Notice the things you wouldn't normally see. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Let your mind be empty for just 30 seconds. It might feel strange or even uncomfortable at first, because we're so used to being busy. But these moments are like little sips of water for a thirsty brain. Another gentle approach is to try, when you decide to read an article, put your phone in another room or turn off notifications for 20 minutes. Give that one task your full, undivided attention. You might be amazed at how much faster you finish it and how much clearer and more energized you feel afterward. It's about being fully present in whatever you're doing, even if it's just for a short period. For decision fatigue, try to simplify. Lay out your clothes the night before. Have a go-to healthy breakfast that you don't have to think about. Automating the small, unimportant decisions frees up mental energy for the things that truly matter. It's not about being rigid, it's about being smart with your precious mental resources. Remember, the goal isn't to achieve some perfect, ultra-productive, Zen-like state overnight. Life is busy and these habits are deeply ingrained. The aim is to cultivate a gentle awareness and make small, intentional changes. Each time you choose to put your phone down and just be, you're reclaiming a little piece of your energy. Each time you focus on one thing at a time, you're giving your brain a gift. These small acts of mental hygiene, practiced consistently, can add up to a profound difference. You might start to notice that you have more focus in the afternoons, more patience in your interactions, and more energy left over at the end of the day for the people and activities you truly love. It all starts with noticing the quiet ways we spend our energy and gently choosing a different path. Thank you for spending this quiet time with me today. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content on living a more intentional life. Be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.